While there is no shortage of terrifying characters within Marvel Comics, perhaps the scariest one of them all is actually a hero who is the last person fans would expect: Sue Storm. Sue Storm, or Sue Richards, is one of the 4 original members of the Fantastic Four who was transformed from a regular human into a superhero after being exposed to cosmic rays. After getting blasted by the rays, Sue Storm gained the powers to turn invisible at will as well as create and manipulate energy shields with her mind, which is why her superhero moniker is Invisible Woman. While Sue has most always used her powers for good, there is one comic that showed just how bad things would be if she used them for evil, especially for those she decided to use them against. In the Avengers Halloween special story, Whatever Happened to the Richards Family, by Jerry Duggan and Laura Braga, readers are given a twisted alternate take on the origin story of the Fantastic Four, one which revealed that the only true hero on Earth was actually Dr. Doom. When the Fantastic Four returned to Earth following their fateful mission into outer space where they originally received their powers, Dr. Doom watched their return on television and determined that the people who returned in their place were not the same explorers who blasted off into space. So, Dr. Doom infiltrated the Baxter Building, and using his unparalleled brilliance, he murdered the Fantastic Four in increasingly clever ways. The only one he wasn't able to kill, however, was the Invisible Woman, as the Avengers came to her aid before he could finish the job. As Doom would soon learn, he should have killed Sue first. The terrifying reality of the Invisible Woman's powers: after the Avengers took down Dr. Doom, Victor was locked up in a cell reminiscent of Hannibal Lecter before he received a surprise visit from none other than Sue Storm herself, and she told him that he was right about the whole thing. She and the other creatures pretending to be the Fantastic Four were world-conquering shapeshifters, not Skrulls, though, and all the powers exhibited by the Fantastic Four actually only belonged to these aliens. After confirming Dr. Doom's perceived delusion, Invisible Woman then created a tiny force field inside his veins and allowed the blood to push it into his brain before she made it rapidly expand, forcing Doom to have a massive stroke. While this isn't actually Sue Storm doing these horrible things, these are her exact powers, so it is clear that she could do them if she wanted to. This Sue snuck into Doom's prison with her invisibility and then created a shield inside his body to make him have a stroke, and there was absolutely nothing he could do about it. This proves that Invisible Woman can conduct silent and untraceable assassinations with a mere thought. While some could argue that a psychic like Jean Grey or Emma Frost could do the exact same thing, they would actually be completely wrong. Marvel has made it clear that there are preventative measures people can take to avoid getting infiltrated by a psychic, both in terms of strengthening their minds and using physical barriers, like the helmets worn by Magneto and Juggernaut. Invisible Woman is completely in a league of her own, as her invisibility makes her quite literally a horror movie monster, and her shield-creating powers makes her one of the deadliest people alive, proving that Sue Storm, the sweet and heroic member of the Fantastic Four, is actually Marvel Comics' scariest hero.